What up, world? It's your boy Chuck Wick, aka Charles Brown, back again with another Talking Facts. But first, I want to ask you, are you good? Good. Are you sure you good, man? Well, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, holla at your boy, CLBMG.com. Make sure you follow us on all forms of social media just to keep up to date with what we got going on up in here. All right? This time, man, I can't take it no more, man. I can't take it no more. And I know it's gonna be people for this and against this, but I just can't do this no more, man. Your boy Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club. I think this thing did 1 million views in like a day. Like crazy views, 1.4 million. Mad people click the like button. A lot of people love the video, and they start off. So this is what I want to talk about, right? This is my issue with Dr. Umar Johnson. So I think I became acquainted with Dr. Umar Johnson maybe 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, maybe on, I think he was on Breakfast Club when I first saw him. And I was like, this guy could be one of the smartest people I've ever seen. Like his speaking voice, his topics, the way he presents himself, the way he is so strong with his convictions and his beliefs. He says very intelligent, very conscious, very important dialogue in terms of race relations, black people, and what black people need to do with themselves and what they need to do in regards to other races and other nationalities in and around the United States and the world, right? Dr. Umar Johnson to me is like that one guy we all know that's mad smart, got nothing but ideas, 100,000 things of how things should be. They all unity orientated, they all education orientated. If you listen to this brother, he can tell you about your life, your mama life, everything y'all need to do to get A, B, and C together. And then you look at this guy's life and it is complete, absolute, utter garbage. The dude can't get out of his own way, stumbling through life, making all these wrong, bad decisions. I feel like this is the smartest. I'm not going to say, so you normally would say you a smart, dumb person. Like, this is the smartest dummy I ever, dude's not dumb. So I can't say this is the smartest dummy I know, because he's not, by no stretch of the imagination is he dumb. I'm not even going to put that on you. But I think that when you are this smart, right, you can outsmart yourself. And I truly think Umar Johnson has outsmarted himself with this school and some of his other views. So I did not finish the video. I did start it. I got probably halfway through. And for the most part, 80% of what this guy says is magnificent. It's all facts of the 80%. It's all facts. It's extremely, very pro-black. It's extremely conscious. It is very woke. And even some of the stuff that people think they're woke about, he'll challenge that, like the blackness of Atlanta being a fully functional city, where he says that he still sees a lot of the struggles of the community going on in Atlanta, so he doesn't believe Atlanta is working all that well like we seem to believe it is, even if it's fully black run and black populated, right? A lot of people don't agree with that, but he said it and he made sense when he said it. My problem is this, and I'm going to, this video might go for a while because I have a couple issues with Dr. Umar Johnson. And they begin with this school situation, right? The school situation gets me so, it bothers me so much because the people who are locked in are so locked in with this guy, you can't even tell him nothing. And when you ask this guy, he gets so mad. I don't know if you saw the Lord Jamar interview, where you can't even get a word in edgewise. So this is my thing when someone's trying to bullshit me, I can tell you what a bullshitter will do. When you're trying to corner a bullshitter for something, they get mad. They get loud. When you confront a bullshitter with just basic questions, you don't even got to be disrespectful, because to the bullshitter, it's not about you being disrespectful. They know that. You know you're not being disrespectful. If I gave you $50 and you getting all these $50 from all these people for this project over here, right? That's supposed to be done in a year, 2 years, whatever you tell me the deadline is. And then 3 years late or 2 years comes and you're nowhere with it. And I say, hey, bro, respect to what you're doing, but I'm just curious of the deadline of the project. And you start talking to me about all the haters and don't believe the lies, and the people just want to see you fail, and black people don't know how to come together, and that's why the Jews have this and that, and the whites have this and that, and we don't have nothing because we don't stick together. You're hitting me with all this fluff, right? Instead of saying, oh, bro, I took your $50 and I bought a bucket of paint. I'm just waiting on the paint. Give me an honest answer, bro. But someone trying to bullshit you not going to give you an honest answer. And I say all that to say, if you're asking me for you're asking all these black people for donations. I don't need, my point is this. I shouldn't be waiting 3 years for you to build something from donations. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm a lowball because I don't want someone to tell me I'm wrong, right? I'm going to lowball this. I'm going to because I know it's like 10 years with this school, but I'm going to lowball the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for Black Youth. It sounds great. It sounds amazing. But I'm going to lowball and say, I'm just going to do it like this. At least 4 years, we're waiting for this school. How about that? Donations, donations, donations. We're waiting on donations. Everyone's giving this guy been getting donations for years, right? I've been watching a bevy of videos describing how ridiculous this school situation has become over there. I believe it's in Jersey, right? Jersey, somewhere over there. I'm watching these comical video updates of a school with no electricity, no running water. You bought a school that needed an HVAC system put in. You bought buildings that are in disrepair and disarray, and then you want more donations when you had the donations for years before you even bought these 2 random buildings. Listen, bro, this is what I gotta say. And anybody from the hood, is disrespectful to anybody from the hood that knows when they're being played with, right? I'm going to be quite blunt with you. If you're still giving this man's money, you are an idiot. I'm just going to be 100% with you. If you're a member giving $50 automatically out your check every freaking month to this guy, you're an idiot. And like I said, this guy is magnificent, well-spoken. He says some of the more, you can literally learn something every single time this guy speaks. Right? This guy is brilliant. Brilliant. Every time he speaks, I learn something. When I watched the interview, I learned about ADHD. Is it ADT or ADT or ADHD or whatever? Hyperactive kids that the doctors and special education, that the doctors were getting money to diagnose these kids with this. And the schools are getting money to put you in the special ed classes. They get more money for that. Who knows that, right? It makes a lot of things make sense when they dumping these kids in these special ed classes. It makes a lot of sense at that point. You learn something every time this guy talks to you, right? But then if you smart like me on just basic common sense, you learn something else every time he talks to you. Because when you ask him about the school, if he's not full on going in a full on rage, once you ask one too many questions, or don't even try to get a guy advice. You know what I'm saying? Giving this guy advice is like telling your dad, lock my door when you leave my room. You know you getting ass with him. That's like slamming your door when your mom leave out. Right behind when she go out, after cussing you out for something, you go and slam the door. That's the kind of rage you get from this guy when you ask him a question about this school. This guy literally said the only people can ask him questions are the people who actively are donating to him. And those are the only people he owes explanation and answers to. But those people claim when they ask him stuff, they can't get no answer. My whole thing is, I know a bullshitter, bro. I'm just going to keep it a buck. A bullshitter will prolong and procrastinate something as long as they can. A bullshitter will tell you, I can do this in 2-3 years, and in 2-3 years have nothing done, and then go buy 2 cheap, beat up, rundown buildings for less money than they raised, and then say, I don't have enough money to fix them up. That's a bullshitter. Right? I'm just going to call it a spade. You just literally said in an interview 2 days ago that you're 3 weeks away from opening these schools, but only if you get black plumbers and black contractors to come down and donate their time for free. Bruh, let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question, right? In the scheme of things, and we're not even going to talk black issues. We're going to get to all that. But in the scheme of things, if, let's say you loan somebody some money, right? Just one-on-one, not even me and you. I'm talking to you who looking at this camera. You loan somebody $2 grand, some money, to go get, let's say they wanted to go get a car. I'm going to give you this $2 grand. You don't even got to give it back. I just want you to be successful with what you're trying to do. Go get that car. Go get that Cadillac Seville that you want. Go get it. I'm gonna be here when you get back. We're gonna celebrate together. A week go by, 2 weeks. You see this guy, he not only don't have a car, he don't have any car. Right? He don't have the $2 grand no more. He's telling you, if I can get another $2 grand, I can get an even better car. When you gave him $2 grand for the first car, what you gonna call this man? A bullshitter. That's what you gonna call him. Ain't no 2 ways to slice this, bruh. Ain't no 2 ways to slice it. If this dude ain't a bullshitter, then we need to stop using the term. Because you can't take this much money and then buy something less for than the money you got, and then don't want to explain where the money at that you got in the first place, and then you're gonna say you need more money. You need more donations. And then you need black people to go down there and work on it for free, or we can't open it. Man, if I pulled that, they'd be walking me out of here in handcuffs. You can't run no business like that. And then God forbid, imagine if the school actually opened and you get these professional women and men in there dealing with this kind of nonsense. I ain't seen one teacher for this thing, one professor who gonna run it. Apparently he gonna be in every classroom. This fool will probably have it where it's a loudspeaker and he's booming through every classroom because he don't want to pay nobody. Man, you send your kids to this school, you a dummy. And I'm going to be 100%. Come on, check back in a year on this video. Tear my ass up if I'm wrong. If this school open next year, right? If this school open in 2 years, it is worth anything. Please come into my videos. Flame my ass. Tear me up. Hit me with this didn't age well. Screenshot this, make a meme out of me. I'll be the fool. I'll be the dummy. Because I don't got this school opening up at all. You cannot have this many excuses for this long and expect this thing. I saw a video the other day where he got people volunteering, painting the outside of the building. And he acting like, yeah, I told you, we ain't waiting around for nobody else to do nothing for us. This is us. This is our thing. And then I read in the comments that it rained the next day and half the paint came off the building. Half the stuff he can't even get permits from the city because he got to pay for stuff. It is a 100% disaster. But again, he's on Breakfast Club doing $1.5 million in 2 days. Everybody giving him thumbs up, talking about how this is so great for the black community, right? And if it was true, it'd be awesome. Like I said, this guy is extremely intelligent. You're gonna learn something else. If you can remove his comments about this school and the other comment about how he doesn't agree with interracial marriage, which is whatever, right? It's whatever. But you not agreeing with it is one thing, but he's trying to take people's lifelong credentials away because of who they married. Right? He's like, do you respect Frederick Douglass and all these people just because they married someone white? No. And I get it, all this Pan-African, all this pride and all, I get it. I can't tell you what you're supposed to like. And what if you don't like interracial marriage, that's fine. If a dude marry a Puerto Rican girl, or a dude marry a white girl, or a dude marry a Chinese girl, and you disagree, that's your prerogative. But you can't go and say you don't respect that man or that young woman because of the race of the person that they married. And you can't say that they can't join you. What kind of staff you going to have? If these people are so beneath your standards of being able to even be in the presence of black children, it just don't make no sense. I don't care that you don't like interracial marriage or you feel like it's devaluing black people as a race. First of all, that is literally what white supremacists say about white people marrying black. Literally word for word. But if that's how you feel, that's fine. My issue is when you take issue and try to demoralize people and belittle their professional accomplishments for who they married. That's when I have a problem. And anybody got a problem with that, you can put whatever in the comments. It's whatever. I think you lame too. If you feel like who somebody married somehow takes away from what they can do professionally, it's childish. We in a new world, bro. That has no bearing on that. But back to this school, right? I wouldn't even want my children in a place with so much hypocrisy and nonsense going on. To me, it would not take, if I knew what I was doing, there's no reason for it to take 7, 8 years to put this school together. Not when you got this much funding from donations and you're still daily collecting donations. Don't be blaming the people that gave you the donation. He's on the Breakfast Club saying black people don't want to support. Man, they gave you a lot of money, bro. I'm almost certain that the last I heard, it was over 1 million, maybe 2 million that was donated for these schools, bro. Which you won't release the information about. Because it's bullshit stuff. You know what I'm saying? And one thing you know about me, I'm not afraid. I'm going to say whatever I got to say. I think it's garbage. Right? You want to get the weirdos in the comments that agree with this guy nonsense and they believe that it's going to be, I don't want to support a black man. It has nothing to do with that. I don't want to support this man. Because the simple fact, this man has taken a lot of people. If you're doing any research, there are a lot of angry people who gave this man money in the jump from the beginning. Go do your research. Go listen to those people who don't got nothing nice to say about this guy, about the money they've given him. Before he even got this national campaign going, he was on a lower level collecting money from people. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I'm also remembering that he was collecting donations for something else before this school that didn't go well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Look it up. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I know for this, we ain't got no school. We got 2 dilapidated buildings that you asking for free labor, and you got people out there painting for free. So you bought buildings that was garbage. You bought 2 random buildings that was garbage. And then you want to blame the black people for it not being up to par yet. You went on a whole tirade about how other communities are self-contained and they wouldn't have no problem. And we don't, the thing with black people, we don't have the mind state of something of our own. He's word for word saying if he were to open up a basketball camp or a nightclub, then we could process that. We're just too dumb, right? We can't process the school. You said we don't know how to self-maintain. We don't make whole communities. You ain't talking about making a whole community either. You're talking about making one school. You're making it like you're building an entire Black Wall Street. You ain't even get to school yet, bruh. Where the bank at? Where the hospital you talking about? We can't even get to school. If you would have just got a school, bro, then all this other stuff would make sense. It'd be easy to believe you. This is my thing, bro. So this is what most people do in business. And I'm a business owner, so I know what people do. You go with what you can afford. You make a budget and you stick in that. You don't try to get stuff more than what you have. And I like that Charlamagne fed into it and tried to say, this is like a startup that's going back for more capital. Except this ain't no startup. A startup starts up somewhere. A startup starts actually somewhere. Then they go back for more capital once they up and running and they need more capital. They don't go back for more capital after they got everything they asked for. And then they realize they don't have enough. Now you need more. Okay. How many of those companies are successful? How many of those companies get that second loan when they haven't even provided for the first one they got? They don't even have an office up and running yet. All I seen from this guy is a logo and 2 shitty ass buildings that you don't have no light on and no running water. And them buildings been there for years. And you still don't have no light. You still don't have no HVAC system. No air conditioning going in there. Heat. And now you asking people to come down and volunteer their time for what? Why would somebody volunteer their time for some shit that's never going to open? I just don't understand. So this is my thing, right? My thing is, you are asking us to just believe you. You can't show us something. Don't show me no 2 bullshit buildings you bought that you ain't even get together in a couple years. I think them buildings been around 2-3 years. And you still ain't get an air conditioner in there? He was talking about the air conditioning before COVID even happened. I'm talking about before we even heard of COVID. Them buildings needed this work. Right? I'm talking about 100% absolute bullshit. That ain't even hard to see through. If this was any other situation, if this guy wasn't so smart, they would have already locked his ass up for misappropriation of funds. But he's so smart, he can string this along. He can move this and blame it to that. Move that and blame it to this. It's the people who write a check to the electric and send it to the gas on accident. Oops, my bad. Send that back to me and then I'll send it. It's all bullshit, bro. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a shell game. And I don't care what you think. If you don't believe me, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be the dummy sitting there donating to this. Every time you see this guy, he's trying to make you feel guilty for not. He's trying to question your blackness for not donating him to money to his imaginary ass school. And the reason I'm being vulgar because I feel like there's no other words for this other than profanity when we're talking about something so ridiculous. It's nonsense. You do half a search on the internet, you'll see 50 videos telling you how nonsense this is. The only videos pro him are the videos by him. Maybe one other guy. Who's feeding into this? Who's still thinking that this is a thing that's happening? Who? Where? When you got a cow that's giving you this much milk, you're never going to sell that cow. You just keep getting the milk out. He's getting milk from this thing every day. He don't need the cow. He can fake like he got something, but he don't have nothing for you, bro. This thing ain't never gonna open. He's gonna milk this for a year, and when if it open, I promise you, this will be the worst situation you have ever seen. It will come down fast and furious. This is never going to be a thing. At some point, the chicken's gonna come home to roost. At some point, this thing it's gonna have to get exposed. And I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what I'm even gonna go this far as to say, when it get exposed, right? It still won't be open. Like I said, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You can't tell me you still need free labor after all this and then expect me to give you more money. This is not a startup, bro. A startup is the beginning stages of something. This is not that no more. This is years and years and years of this, of you getting actual physical money. They don't give startups 5-6 years to come back and ask for more money. That's not a startup no more, bro. And shame on Charlamagne. Charlamagne wants to be in this black circle so bad, right, that he'll sit there and cater to this guy. He won't ask him no hard questions. These questions sound like he gave them to him 2 days ago. Sound like this guy was answering these questions so fast, it's like he already had the whole thing. So what do you think? What is your issue with the public schools? Well, my issue with the public school, it sounds almost staged. Like these guys rehearsed this. It's embarrassing. It's disrespectful. And this is my thing with my people, right? We want to believe stuff. Right? When a guy is this brilliant, he's gonna easily con a lot of people. Trump did it, and Trump ain't even half as smart as this guy. And this guy is brilliant. Like, this is something that if you're not sharp enough, this guy will eat you alive. Eat you alive. You ain't seen nothing like this. But the thing is, it's some stuff after a while you can't fake. It's like Bernie Madoff. It's you know the pyramid scheme, when you take money from other people and you put it into other stuff that you already said you had when you did it, and you keep going to new people to put money into the old stuff, saying you have money when you don't, because you're spending it on yourself. A pyramid scheme only goes one way, and at some point it falls. It's just a fact. No pyramid scheme is forever. And if a person does a pyramid scheme too long, at some point the numbers don't add up and they get caught. And this is what's going to happen. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it alone. But if you give this guy another penny, God bless you. You're an idiot. And on that note, man, Umar Johnson, man, please do better. And please stop telling these people you're going to put this school together, because we all know it ain't. All right? That's all I got to say about that, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notifications. Go in the comments. Tell me you agree. Tell me you don't agree. Just don't be an idiot. All right? I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.